Hi, everybody. This is the Baseball Head, the amazing, spectacular, terrific, the great one, the people's champion. Your host, and welcome back to the Baseball Head 2. And hopefully you like this video and hit that subscribe button. I was going to talk about, fandom, MLB fandom, and baseball fandom in general. But really, the reason I'm going to do this video is I think the pictures that Awful Announcing posted of the two broadcasters that they're showing here is so funny. This is Eric Karros is on the right of this picture. Now, Eric Karros is the 1992 National League Rookie of the Year. And this guy was cool when he played. I don't know if he's going to the same barber as that ancient alien guy. But I wouldn't be surprised if they were. Oh my God. I mean, really, you could you're supposed to be, this guy was a cool guy. You know, he sort of came across as cool. Thank God Piazza doesn't wear his hair like this. Anyway. But for any other reason, that's what I think is funny. All the little things in life. Awful Announcing. Headline. Joe Davis, who's the broadcaster, is the play-by-play man for the Dodgers. And he took over for the legendary, awesome, amazing, spectacular, terrific Vince Scully. Joe Davis argues tribalism in MLB fandom is a good thing. Oh, really? Is water wet? This is goofy because the hair is just goofy. Sorry. Quote, I do think that it's inarguable that that local game, if you want to call it that, for the regular season becomes global when we get into October. Boy, oh boy. What a Socrates. He's okay. I mean, he's okay as a broadcaster. But I don't know if there is no any kind of chemistry between him and John Smoltz, who might be the worst broadcaster. Although I will say this, when it comes to pitching, he does know a lot about pitching. We know that. But boy, there's not a lot of chemistry there between the two of them. Let's be honest. Anyway, particularly as Major League Baseball tries to package all its local TV rights together in a package to sell to a streaming service, the question of how valuable local baseball games are is a hot debate. That's what's going to happen with all the sports. They're all going to go to the streaming services. We're all going to lose them off cable. WWE World Wrestling is not on Mondays on USA. They're on Netflix, and that's what's going to happen with these games. They're all going to go on to the streaming service, which is terrible. Joe Davis sees both sides of the coin, calling local Dodger games for the Spectrum Sportsnet in Los Angeles and top MLB postseason games for Fox. And Davis believes it is a good thing that baseball is regional inherently these days. Postseason remains a global event. Discussing the split on the Sports Media podcast this week, Davis explained why both must coexist. The thing is that the reason that so many of these ratings are so high, particularly, locally. I mean, we saw this with SNY. SNY absolutely destroyed the S Network when the Mets played the Yankees last week. So you do see that competition within the regions. Quote, I think tribal is a good thing. I think feeling like your baseball team and that it's there every day, feeling like that's part of your life. I think there's something regional and tribal about that idea, Davis said. But I would also say, while that's the only way for a 162-game season in this day and age to really exist, I do think that it's inarguable that that local game, if you want to call it that, the regular season becomes global when we get into October, especially with these big stars. MLB got to prove Davis's point last year with a World Series that showcased the two biggest stars in the game and the two biggest brand name teams, World Series viewership. That's the Yankees and the Dodgers. World Series viewership was up 67% over 2023, as an average of nearly 16 million people turned in each night, plus an average of 12 million more in Japan. Well, that goes without saying. I mean, you knew that the ratings were going to be through the roof, and it didn't go 7 games. If that World Series had gone 7 games, you would have seen ratings like you'd never see. Would have been bigger than the Cubs Indians series. I would mention this as an aside. Can we bring the Indians' name back? Can we get them back? The Guardians are stupid. Anyway, the rematch on Sunday Night Baseball last month drew nearly 3 million average viewers. While Davis did not directly reference these numbers, They serve as evidence to his faith that big MLB games between two top teams can still break through nationally and internationally. That's true. If you have a great product, people are going to watch. Shohei Ohtani is a global celebrity. Aaron Judge, we're talking about big-time stars. But when you get guys like that into October, a game that is regional inherently, and that it's an everyday thing, I think it does morph into a global product when you get into the big games, especially when the big stars are in them in October. Now, the Mets played the Dodgers in the NLCS, and the ratings for that were excellent because you had a very wonderful story with that 2024 Met team where all the personalities on that team and how they kept coming back on teams and just had a wonderful postseason run. And then you had Ohtani's and the Dodgers, and then that went 6 games. It would have been interesting if it went 7 games, what the numbers would have been for Game 7. And then the Yankees played the Dodgers, and that first game was just off the hook. You know, it was just off the hook with Freddie Freeman hitting the grand slam against that scared little puppy, Nestor Cortez. I never seen a guy more scared to pitch to somebody than he was against Freddie Freeman. The first pitch, boom, out of there. You know, you knew that was going to happen with Freddie, because Freddie, if you get that ball down and then he's going to crush it. But, you know, baseball wants this again. I mean, Major League Baseball want these teams back. They want the Yankees and the Dodgers back again so they can make more money, get the Japanese market in. Also, they would love to see the Mets play the Dodgers again this year and get big numbers again. And it'll be a rematch. And then you got another big star added to this, and Juan Soto. So you add Juan Soto to the mix, as well as Ohtani and Lindor and Freddie Freeman and Pete Alonso and all the rest of the guys. So that's a big, it's a big thing out there for Major League Baseball. And then maybe the Yankees are there. Although the Yankees are going to have a tough time with the Tigers. Tigers have some big pitching, and they're going to be tough. They got a good manager, and they're going to be very tough when they have to be dealt with later down the road. But you let me know what you think about this video. And, of course, what do you think about this picture of Eric Karros? Eric Karros in this haircut that he got at the Ancient Alien store with that crazy guy that's on TV all the time. It's a bad haircut. I don't know, it's a supercut, so I don't know what the hell it is. This looks like he goes to the barber. I think he goes to like a salon. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Well, thank you for watching this video. And, of course, please subscribe to the Baseball Hut 2. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.